Welcome to Leetcode's Blind Curated 75, where I'll be solving the top 75 Leetcode questions. This question is called combination sum, and it's a pretty standard problem that you will probably see in your coding journey. Here's the problem. Given a set of candidate numbers without duplicates and a target number, find all the unique combinations in candidates that equal or sum up to the target. If we're given a list like this, we'll say our solution set is going to be 7 and 2, 2, 3, because those are all the unique combinations that we can find to create the number 7. Now, this could be solved in a couple of ways. We could write something recursively and use memoization to save on space, but this is simple enough that I think you can immediately go to the DP solution or the dynamic programming solution. So let's go to the whiteboard and get our intuition. Here's a representation of my DP array. And up on the top is going to be the total count for all the numbers from 0 to the number that we're trying to figure out, as well as our integers that we can use for the combinations. Now remember that we can use each number as many times as we want, as long as it's going to equal the number that we're trying to figure out. So what I'm going to do is build up lists inside of this array to find all the combinations possible and just build this up as I move along this DP array. So starting with 0, we know that there's no combination, whatever number we're given, to make 0. So these are just going to be empty lists. Now let's start with 1. As long as the number that we start with is less than or equal to the number that we're calculating for, just add the current number to this list as well as the 1 minus the current number from the list before. So here they're going to be empty. We know we want to add 1 because this is going to be the possible combination, and we'll add whatever's inside here as well to this list. In the same way, we can see that 1 is less than or equal to 2, so we want to add 1 and add whatever we've calculated from before, because whatever combination that we have for calculating 1 is going to be added here, right? So just have 1, 1 like this, and that's just going to continue all the way on till the number 5. Okay. Now, let's go to number 2, and if the number is greater than the total that we're calculating for, we can just skip that because there's nothing possible. But here we see, okay, 2 is less than or equal to 2, so we can add 2 as well as minus 2 in here to go to 0 to see what we can add to find the combinations from here. And we know there's nothing, so that's just 2. Now, same thing here, we can add 2 and we minus 1 to see how many combinations that we can use to calculate 1. And there's nothing here, but on top we know that we can calculate 1 using this one coin with 1, right? So immediately we begin to realize, oh, this 2D grid isn't actually necessary. We can use a one-dimensional array and build up the list that way, because otherwise we'd have to check all the way up every single time, and that's just not going to be efficient. So with 2, we'll add 1, and here we'll see add 2, see how many ways we can find 2, and we can find 2 ways, 1, 1, and 2, right? So it'd be 2, 2, 1, 1, like this, as well as 2 and 2. So we have 2 lists inside here. And for 3, we can figure out the same thing. We'll use these 2, and it's like 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. So these are just all in one cell. And finally with 3, it's going to be the same thing. Go to 3, 3 is going to be like this. Now check for 3 minus 1, how many can we find? There's just 1 here, so it's actually just 3 and 1. And with 3 of 2, how many ways can we find that? There's actually a couple ways to do that, right? So 3, 1, 1, and 3, 2. And the answer ultimately is going to be this whole column, right? And as long as this is just a one-dimensional array, all these lists are going to be inside here, and we're just going to return that. So hopefully that gives you the intuition, and let's go ahead and code this out now. Now that we have our intuition, let's go ahead and code this out. And we want to start off by initializing a DP array. And for that, I'm just going to say, create a list of lists for blank in range of the target given to us plus 1, because remember we need 1 for the 0 as well. All right, so now for all the coins or candidates, see in candidates, and I believe these are sorted. I don't think you'll have to, I don't actually think it matters whether you sort them or not, but regardless, we want to do for each cell, right? And we can just start at the second column, because we already know the first one's always going to be 0 and it's going to be an empty list. So we can just start with I in range of 1 to target, again, plus 1. Now, a few things. First thing is, if this number is less than our candidate, then we can just skip it. We can just go ahead and continue, because we know there's nothing to really calculate there. If, though, it's equal to one another, then we want to add it to our list. So this DP array at I, just say, we can just do an append and add the candidate, because that's going to be the only combination at that point, right? Now, finally, otherwise, we know that it's greater than this number. So what we want to do is do another loop and add all the ones that we calculated before, right? So for, I'm just kind of like B list in the dynamic programming array with the current number minus the candidate, because there's possibly multiple lists inside there. We want to append that, the B list, as well as our current candidate. So that's going to be just like this. And finally, this is going to be a one-dimensional array, and all the combinations should be at the very end. So we can just return our DP array, the target. So let's make sure this works. Okay, so B-list is not a list. Okay, I need to add them as a list, of course. So let's try that one more time. And it looks like our test case got accepted, so let's go ahead and submit that. And there we go. So this is a pretty classic problem, one that has many variations, and I think I will solve a couple of the other ones eventually. There's like combination sum 2, 3, 4, and they're all different and require like different approaches. They're not all going to be able to be solved using this approach. So thank you, and I hope that helps.